38. This is Point Black. Coming in hard and off the card. Coming with the flu from the barrio and the heat from the damn street. Coming with the facts to crack their back. This is Point Black. Coming hard and off the card. This is PBN and Point Black. National News, the late edition. You know what I'm saying? Now today we have a situation that we must pay more close attention to across the globe and from now on across the world. Now a lot of people might say, well, I have no concern with that, and that's cool and fine and dandy. But the same problems that's ailing here is the same problems ailing everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And some in worse conditions than we find ourselves. So we have to start looking at the whole world as one big place that we all share. I know you've heard this before. You know, that we all share, we all live here. There's nobody I know on this planet, unless he's not from this planet or did some shit to himself where he don't need water, he don't need to take a urination, he don't need to take a stool, what we call a shit, and need food, need water, and quite a few other needs that he need. We all need the same thing. So each man has come from what? His mother. Each woman of a goddess has come from a goddess, a woman. And every same form of line follows its direction as we go. So we cannot just see what somebody who was just born the other day, you know what I'm saying, as a baby, and he decides he wants to rule the world and make everybody else a criminal, make everybody else a crime, make everything else a racist issue, make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you got these people thinking a certain way that they actually believe that they're more than someone else, and so on and so on. This breeds bad behavior, and it also breeds this and the third. I understand we were here first and we controlled this, and we still do. But at the present time, who's in control? Them with the foolishness and the mixing and the garbage, bringing in all kinds of Luciferian pedophilia nonsense. We have to get off of some of this stuff, and we cannot allow these people to drive our lives that way. You see what I'm saying? So, in that with mind, we bring in an overstanding of the Ethiopian war that's going on over there, where some don't even know what is Eritreans or another race, Arab or whatever, you know what I mean, Muslim or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But we don't know what's really going on in Ethiopia, you know what I'm saying, the Horn of Africa, you know what I'm saying? The Horn of Africa is what they call it, where this is taking place, you know what I'm saying? The Horn of Africa are being attacked, you know what I'm saying? The cell has come to their nasty behavior, you know what I'm saying, once again, you know what I'm saying? And why do they say, another thing I have to question on, is why do they keep saying Egyptians or portraying Egyptians in books and different stuff lately as if they're Arabs? They're not Arabs, they're Africans. They're Africans. That's why the word Arab has the same A letter, because we know where they got it from, who precede who. You know what I'm saying? They're Africans. You know what I'm saying? They're Africans. So let's get that clear. Stop calling Egyptians what they are not. Just in order for you to steal what we have created and make it yours as if you did it to your Bonaparte and your friends and family. That still does not make you any better than anyone else. Because like I said, at the end of the day, you still got to take a dump, you still got to pee, get some sleep, water, food, and many other things. So by stealing the African people's, culture, race, religion, and mixing and doing all this foolish Luciferian garbage with our stuff, really doesn't make much sense, because everybody knows that Africans built that in Egypt. We know that. I don't give a damn how they twist and turn and what pictures they show you in books of a person dressed in Egyptian regalia and they're white. Egyptians weren't white. They weren't Arab. They weren't Chinese. They weren't uh, Muslim. They weren't Christians. They weren't none of that. So I appreciate it if they start to portray my people in their light and stop trying to steal their glory as if it was yours. It is beginning to make you look stupid. You know what I mean? Really stupid. You know what I mean? Now, when we look at what's going on in the land of Ethiopia, war, the sound of vulgar behavior is in the air. We're now exhibiting and hearing vulgar stories in the air. You know what I'm saying? In the air. And we have to start looking at that more carefully because the vulgar behavior seems to be a pattern. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like wrongful behavior. It sounds like very wrongful behavior. The innocent is paying the price. The innocent is now paying the price. And this goes on every time they seem to have a war within that region. Now we see savagery, rape of women in Ethiopia, you know what I'm saying, children, and the old women. You know, it's supposed to be a war, but you come in and, you know what I'm saying, ain't take control, but this is what you do. You rape all the women and the children and the boys. So who are they? Is it Eritreans under the same guise as the nonsense in which they pull? Does it make sense? Even the little girls, 8 and 9 years old. Where is this behavior coming from? What warriors that is marching on a revolution to take over and topple the government to bring in this? What warriors do this in my mother and father's land? You have always, to me, every time a war break out, they violate the mother's laws and the mount laws. The natural hills of the mother is crying. Them that do this has become pestilence on the land and have always been, it seems. Huh? Neither prayer nor demonstration in all the nations halts the wicked advance of pestilence. Let's be real here. Anytime you would rape the little girls, defenseless, the old women, defenseless, who didn't even know what was going to happen. They say it happened so suddenly, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And you raping the women and all kinds of garbage, defenseless people who have nothing to do really with that garbage that you have brought upon Ethiopia. So who have sparked this takeover and allowed such brutality? But we see, this must be removed from Ethiopia. And all righteous warriors that stand firm in the name of the mothers and the glory gods of planet Earth and the galaxy in itself must come to Ethiopia's rescue and remove this from the land. Because when you look at the cosmos of the universe, it still bears a female understanding. Doesn't the cosmos, and you say that it was the Big Bang, and then all of a sudden, this is their fake stuff because I don't follow that Big Bang theory, but they say it was a Big Bang, and all of a sudden it formed the planet, and then all of a sudden it became an Earth, and all this Nancy Drew story. Okay, but even if you said that Nancy Drew story and tried to make that right, it still produces a female overstanding. Bang! Birth in her womb of the cosmic itself, and created Earth with everything you need, and without it, you will be here. It doesn't matter what planet you go to. If the cosmic mother don't breathe that into fullness, you will not have nothing to stand on. So we know. And I ask again, who have sparked this takeover and allowed such brutality? But we see this must be removed. Where is the international community? Where is the United Nations with their garbage talk? They have fallen victim to Luciferianism and do not stand up where they need to be standing up on these issues and bringing forth a criminal court against this type of behavior that's going on in Ethiopia. The United Nations, where are they on this matter that is going on in Ethiopia? While we stand aside and look, now the innocent pays the price of evildoers. You know what I'm saying? Of evildoers. No, we know. And the evildoers who know no shame. Troops feeding on the general public in Ethiopia, even who have never seen war or even experienced war, who again spark this. Reminds me of something under the table. Now you have made the people to be wanted of needs and food and water, shelter, doctor, places to live, separation is sentient. You know, the conditions are getting worse by the moment. But we speak about all types of other celebrations of commemoration. You know what I'm saying? Now you have made wanted of a generation now there in this time of great concern. We hear the cries from abroad. War crimes. We hear the call of our people. And the war crimes that's going on, and much more. You know what I'm saying? Again, I ask, who sparked this war at this time of great concern? It is denial we see. So who sparked this war? It is only right that the international community stand up against this behavior. You know what I'm saying? We have just, you know what I'm saying? We have just had a rallying of 100 years of the Tulsa Massacre. And here we go again in another part of the land, as well as many other places that are being unchecked. You see, they like when you don't look. They like when you don't dig. They like when you don't do no research. So you don't know they're banging your people out from coast to coast while you're sitting over here playing Pretty Boy Floyd. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We just got over the commemoration and so-called talk about Tulsa Massacre. You know what I'm saying? Where's Biden on this issue? You know what I'm saying? He could at least have something to say and not just talk, but a little action. We must not let this go on. We must not let this go on because that's ridiculous. Let this go on over and over and over. Same thing every time you look at the Horn of Africa and Ethiopia, you always keep catching this back. I don't know if it's over the Nile and them cutting it off. I don't really know. But you need to get over to General Solomon Sutin City. He has a better explanation of this. You know what I'm saying? Let this go. Let this. You must not let this go on. That's a fact. If we say we are just in our ways, if we are just in our ways, how can we let this go on while the innocent pay the price? We must wake up here while the innocent pay the price. We must tell the world to stand against this anywhere. But we see it undercover. Ethiopia needs the world. You know what I'm saying? Ethiopia needs the world right now. They need the world, you know what I'm saying, to look in, help, and stand against the massacre and genocide that might be taking place and growing within Ethiopia. You know what I'm saying? And bring peace to the Ethiopians and cut this war shit out. Because from what I understand, the nation was beginning to grow and the people were beginning to expand and things were getting better, and in come this garbage, all because the Nile and who's in Egypt now took over Egypt and now trying to call Egypt an Arab nation. It's not an Arab nation. They were never Arabs. They were Africans that were driven from their land or left long before they got there. But those that were there, they drove them out also and probably enslaved them and sent them into the transatlantic slave trade and then built a country there called a certain name. You know what I mean? But we know who they are. We don't have to call no name. Do your research. They need to support. You know what I'm saying? Ethiopia right now needs the support. The Ethiopians need the support and help to stop this conflict and quiet it down. Right now, we can tell by the conduct who is at the bottom of this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they think they're hiding behind the sheets and of the treaties and all kinds of different people. We know the different factions that's involved with this here. You know what I'm saying? Then they say, and must be known to the world who it is. Don't just let them slide out. You know what I'm saying? So we have to start putting more interest in the conflicts and the different things that are going on around the world. We are leaving it up to these government officials, and they're dragging their behind and corrupting the different entities that can give help to these people. They're calling on help, even in Malaysia and different places, call for help, and they get no response. But when you talk about terrorism and ISIS and all this garbage nonsense that you probably create, you know what I'm saying, to keep a war going and stealing money and doing all kinds of fascists, killing, and you know, you all for it. Same as Bush. Oh yeah, they got mustard gas, they got yellow gas, they got green gas, they got cheap gas, and they got the boom gas, and before you know it, we in a war. But when it comes to Ethiopia, I don't see any talk. I mean, same thing going on. I see the situation with Donald Trump and Facebook. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Facebook. To me, is not worth Trump's time. Why would, you know, what good is Facebook when it comes to Trump? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, if you ask me, I don't like it necessarily. I don't really go on Facebook. Actually, sometimes I just turn the fucker off because I can't delete it. You know what I'm saying? It's garbage. And I've told people that for years. What good is Facebook other than you talking to somebody else? Or this or marketplace or whatever. It's the same thing. But many do see Facebook as being, you know, something good for them. You know what I mean? You see? So, what good is banning Trump is one funny show to me. You know what I mean? Mark Zuckerberg, looking like a damn clone. But it do show whose side that Mark Zuckerberg is on. That is all he have done, is shown exactly what side he is on. Mark Zuckerberg. Facebook has no place in the political world. You know what I'm saying? And you should not be banning anybody compliment or content based on that. It tells us what side you on and how you can be possibly a part of what took place. More investigation into Mark Zuckerberg needs to go a little deeper. You know what I'm saying? If that's all they can do is block Trump, mm, we know who you working for, so you ain't fooling us. Look more like the deep state if you ask me. Mark Zuckerberg. You know, for years even gave him, Mark Zuckerberg probably working for them, but at one point they even gave him a jacket. I remember that jacket they gave him with an imprint on the inside of that jacket. You know what I'm saying? Remember that, Mark Zuckerberg? When they gave you that nice commemoration jacket. It looked like a deep state jacket if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? I remember that jacket not too long ago. So we see and know. You know what I mean? Zuckerberg seems to have a puppet master. You know what I'm saying? Don't he? So eager to say and accuse. Where there's no proof, Zuckerberg, that it was Trump's fault as to the June 6th or whatever came to be. It was never proven. Isn't there an investigation taking place on the matter as Biden requested? Zuckerberg. So what is the banning about is what I don't understand. You are hasty, very, very hasty in your ways. What is it about? Let's really look to this and who really is involved. As they're ramping up the June 6th riots before, you know what I'm saying? Zuckerberg, you banned immediately, claiming to make what they were saying in the House true. That's all you did. You showed whose side you were on. Oh, yes, you did. With old little Zuckerberg. You know what I'm saying? You ban anyone on this matter. Anyone on this matter, he'll block your shit on Facebook. So we know what side you on. This matter, Zuckerberg. You know what I'm saying? Now see Putin calling in a double standard. Putin calling in, you look that up on the news, Putin sees a double standard. You know what I mean? In the U.S. Capitol riot prosecutions. And he has a point. And he has a point. He has a point on that. Putin got a point on what he's saying based on the United States condemning them for what they did. Not saying that Putin and them was right in their ways or what they did to the protesters and all that. No. But the U.S. has no room to talk because you need to, this little game he playing about Tulsa and how he care about black. It's cool. Look into Ethiopia. Look into the conflict in Ethiopia and see what them soldiers is doing to the regular people who have no weapons, no arms, no food, no place to go. And they banging them out as if they are savages. Raping, killing, and doing all kinds of stuff to the little children and the old women. And right in the middle of the street, they said. And then sometimes several times. in front of their family, friends, and everybody, even their own children. These savages must be removed, and the international community needs to step up into this matter. You know what I'm saying? If we're talking about civil rights and rights all over the planet, where are you now? Talk is cheap, ain't it? So this is Point Black saying, hey, Ra, I call this day to bring forth the power that I need to raise for Ethiopia. Let no man do this, for the pestilences upon the land. And I say, Ra, stay for I. Blessed be the mother's womb. As the General Sarah Sultan said he would say, no man proceeds his mother. And I say, the mighty Pharaoh that keepeth watch on the walls, for he is the king, the young king that is being trained by the mighty general. You know what I'm saying? I say, Pharaoh, on.